Hello and welcome to this tutorial. In this video, we will learn the basics of creating custom modules in HubSpot. We will start from scratch, so make sure you already know the basics of HTML and CSS. By the end of this tutorial, you will understand how to create your first custom module, add custom fields, and make your website dynamic using these fields. Let's get started. First, go to your HubSpot dashboard. From the side panel, click on the Content tab and then select Design Manager. Now on the left side you will see the option called Files. Click on it and create a new folder. For example, you can name it Learn. Then right-click on the folder and select New File. Choose Module as the file type. For usage options, select Landing Pages and Site Pages. Give your file a name and click Create. You have now created your first custom module. Inside the module editor you will see 3 tabs: HTML, CSS and JS. For now, we will use the HTML tab. This HTML tab also supports Hubble, which is HubSpot's markup language. Now write a simple heading inside the HTML tab and preview it to see the output. Then add some CSS to style it. For example, you can change the text color to green. Next, let us make the heading dynamic using a custom field. On the right side, click on Add Field. Search for text field and add it. Change the label to Heading. You can set a default text like Hello World or leave it blank. Now click on the settings icon and then come back to the fields list. Let us take a look at what output we have right now. On the left side you can clearly see that a text field has been created. But if you notice carefully, this field is not doing anything yet. What we really want is that whenever we type something inside this text field, the heading text on the page should also change automatically. At this point we are just one step away from that. To make this happen we need to link our text field with the heading text. So let us see how this works. Go back to the code editor. Next to the heading field, click on the Actions button and choose the option called Copy Value Only. Now replace the static heading text with the value we just copied. The value that we paste here is known as a variable. A variable simply holds the value of this field. So whatever text you will type inside the field will immediately appear in the heading as well. Let's preview this in real time. I will type some text inside the heading field. And you can see that the heading inside the HTML is also updating at the same time. Basically, both the field and the heading are now linked together and working in sync. Next, let us explore how we can change the color of this heading in a dynamic way. If you open the Fields option, you will notice that there is also an option for color. But instead of placing it directly, we will do it in a more structured way. For that, go to the Style tab first and click on Create Style Group. After creating the group, click on Add Field. Then select the color field. For the label I will write heading color, but of course you can write anything you want according to your preference. Now let us select a default color for this heading. You can choose any color or even leave it blank. I will select one color for now and move back to check the output. If you see here, next to the Content tab, a new tab has appeared called Style. Inside this tab, you can already see a new option called Heading Color, which we just created. Let me try picking a color, for example, red. But right now you can notice that the heading color is not changing at all. And the reason is simple. We have not yet linked this color field to our heading code. So let us connect them. Back in the code editor, go to the color field and click on Copy Snippet. This field gives us two different values, one for the color itself and one for the opacity. For now, we will only work with the actual color value. I will copy this first variable and paste it inside our CSS, replacing the fixed green color that we had earlier. What we are basically doing here is removing the fixed static value, which was color green, and replacing it with a dynamic variable. This means that whenever a color is selected from the field, that color will automatically be applied to the heading. Be careful while doing this step, because the variable must be placed only in the value part of the CSS, not the entire property. Also pay attention to where the quotes and semicolons are ending, otherwise it may break the style. Now let us check the output again. I will select a new color. And you can see that the heading text color is immediately changing according to my selection. That looks perfect. Now let us go one step further and add alignment options for the heading. The idea is to give the user the ability to align the heading text to the left, center, or right side. To understand this better, we will first write some static CSS. I will align the heading to the center using a simple text align property. This is just to show how it works. But instead of keeping it static, we want to make it dynamic with the help of a field. So go back to the Style tab and this time search for the Choice field. Once you find it, click on it and rename the label to Text Alignment. If you scroll down, you will notice that this field allows us to create multiple options. I will create 3 choices here. The first option will be named Left, and its value will be left in lowercase. The second option I will name Center with a value center, and the third option will be Right with a value right. We can also set a default option for this field. I will keep the default as Left. Now let us go back and see the output. As you can see, a new field has been created on the left side with the name Heading Alignment. But at the moment it is not doing anything because the heading is still aligned to the center. So now let us make it work properly. Back in the code editor, copy the value of the alignment field and paste it next to the text align property. What happens here is that whichever option is selected in the field, its value will automatically be passed into the CSS text align property. This means that the heading will now align according to the option selected in the field. Let us preview the result. As you can see, now it is working perfectly. When I choose left, the heading goes left. When I choose center, it goes to the center. Isn't that amazing? This is just a very simple example of how the choice field works. In future videos we will explore many more interesting examples like this. Thanks a lot for watching and keep practicing.